So hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Kristen Talks Food. I'm really excited to be sharing this episode with you today. It's a requested video that I've gotten on Instagram and privately, and it is to discuss my skincare routine. Originally, I was not going to do this because I don't want to be talking about cosmetics and personal things like that too much on this channel, but after thinking about it, my skincare routine focuses on two things. It's protection from the sun and repair from environmentally caused damage, right? And that's science. There's a lot of science that goes into it, and there's a lot of nutritional science that goes into it as well. So without going too deep into that and this becoming too much of a complex technical video, I really want to address the surface of that, and that relates directly to my skincare, okay? So I'm very excited to do that today. If there's an owl hooting outside. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, and there's an owl very close by, and that is just... Can you hear that? It's really cool. Really cool. So, if you happen to notice me kind of looking back and forth at different angles, I'm actually using two cameras right now. I'm using my cell phone, and I'm also using a camera that I got for vlogging, and I'm still trying to figure out the settings with that camera and like becoming more comfortable with it. So I'm not really sure exactly which video I'm going to be using. So I might even wind up splicing between the two if they look similarly enough when I go to edit. But if you see me kind of like looking that way or kind of turning back and forth a different way, it's because I'm using two cameras. I'm still trying to figure these things out. So please bear with me. I really appreciate it. Sorry, my voice is kind of shot. I'm trying to whisper and keep it a little bit lower because my husband is still sleeping, but I had to be awake and involved with a video conference meeting very early this morning. I've also tried to film this video more than once, and I just didn't like the way I was communicating information. So I'm filming this again, and my voice is just... Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's get started. The first and most important thing about skincare is to get good sleep and drink a lot of water. Our skin is our body's largest organ. Most people know that. And it functions as a dynamic barrier between our insides and the outside world. So not only does it function as this barrier between pathogens and microbes and things that are going to make us sick, but it also functions as a barrier between us and the environment that, if our body was exposed to, could harm us quite a bit. So things like sunlight and things like smoke and things like obviously extreme temperature and extreme heat, but these, smog, pollution, these things that could potentially cause us a lot of damage if they were to come inside, our skin protects us against that. So as far as an organ system goes, I got asked this in a meeting once a couple of weeks ago. If someone asked me what my favorite organ system was, me and another coworker, and she said liver, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. But I think my favorite organ system in the body is the skin, because I think it's a very underrated organ, and I think it does a lot for us that we don't appreciate. And we expose it to a lot. We do a lot to our skin. But anyway, I digress. Yay, skin! So the first thing that's really important for healthy skin is keeping it hydrated and giving it rest, right? We want to protect it as much as we can, and we need water. Our skin needs water, we need sleep, our skin needs sleep. So if you want bright, happy skin, drink lots of water, get lots of sleep, okay? Now I'm going to go through my skincare starting with what I do first thing in the morning to what I do last thing at night, and then what I do every day to what I do probably about once a month. And like I said at the beginning of the video, my skincare is focused on protection from external environments, specifically the sun and specifically pollution, and then repair, helping to repair from damage from the sun and damage from pollution. So the first thing that I do, this is every morning, and I also use the same skin cleanser at night. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you're supposed to have separate day and night washes. I don't necessarily agree with that, and I've heard from both dermatologists and estheticians and cosmetologists varying opinions. But I use the same cleanser morning and night. And what I use is this. It's the Aveeno, let me see, it's the Aveeno, can you see that? I think so. The Aveeno Absolutely Ageless Nourishing Cleanser with antioxidant-rich blackberry extract. Now, let's remember, on-pack marketing is just that. It's marketing, especially for cosmetics, okay? But what we can say here is that in this cleanser, there is blackberry leaf extract. There's also ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, which is an antioxidant, and there's also dill extract, and dill also is pretty high in some antioxidants. So depending upon how these things were extracted, the botanicals were extracted, the dill and the blackberry will determine which type of phytocompounds or phytonutrients, not nutrients, we'll say phytocompounds, come through in the extract. And obviously I don't know, it's a proprietary extraction, right? So I don't know what's coming through. But based upon what I do know about blackberry, is it's probably going to be a combination of polyphenols and flavonoids, which are phytoantioxidants. Ascorbic acid, vitamin C, is also an antioxidant. So right away in the morning, I'm starting with a light cleanser, and I'm starting with topically applied antioxidants. And this is going to be a theme throughout my skincare routine for the day. So after my skin, sorry, my eyelashes are sticking in there. After my skin is clean, after I take a shower, I pat it dry, I will use this Phyto C Super Heal, refocus, Super Heal Olive Gel. This packet, or this is it, Phyto C Super Heal Olive Gel provides extraordinary antioxidant properties and immediately hydrates and soothes dry skin. It's made by a company called Phytoceuticals here in Elmwood Park, New Jersey. Now, with the exception of this product, okay, I have purchased and paid for all of these products myself. One item I got as a gift, but it's something I would purchase myself anyway, and this was also a gift. I don't dislike this product, but I don't love it. If I remember correctly, this company extracts antioxidants from olives, and I like it. I had this is a gel. I had the serum, and I prefer the serum just from a texture perspective, but the one thing that I don't like about this product for me is that it does leave a bit of a, I'll show you, it's kind of the product itself is green, right? I don't know if the greenness is going to come up on camera. It's like a mossy green, and depending upon how much I put on my skin, it sometimes doesn't completely get absorbed, and it sometimes leaves a bit of like a green film on my face, and it looks a little bit odd. But I've only had that experience so far with the gel. I didn't have that experience with the serum. My opinion on this is, for me, I can find an antioxidant serum at an Ulta or a Sephora for a less expensive price and get the same, what I assume to be the same quality. Now here's the other thing. I don't know the antioxidant levels in these products. I don't know the company. I don't have the ability to test antioxidant levels here in my home. And I don't know how it degrades over time, right? So things like polyphenols, antioxidants in general are not photostable, meaning they are not going, when exposed to light, they're going to break down. So over time, these products may lose efficiency, they may not. So you want to pay attention to expiration dates and shelf life on these products as well. Now, I will talk about why it's important to put antioxidants on your face and in your face in order to help protect against sun damage or UV damage. But I want to continue a little bit further along before I do that. So after I do the serum, the next thing that I do is a combination of face rolling and eye pad or eye patch soothing. So I'm taking them out of the packet, but you hear the crinkling of the plastic. So everybody has seen these face rollers, right? You know what they are, you know what they're marketed to do. I keep mine in the fridge every morning. I roll my face. Looks great. La. This is not going to tighten your skin. This activity here is not going to tighten your skin. It's not going to smooth out wrinkles. It's not going to prevent breakouts. It's not going, they don't have magical properties. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of stone you're using, what kind of product you're using. They don't have magical properties. Because they're made of stone, and you're supposed to keep them in the fridge or the freezer, the coldness on your skin will reduce swelling. It will stimulate, and the movement will stimulate vascularization. So, and will also massage your skin out to relax muscles. And those are the reasons that I use it. I have a tendency to be kind of puffy around my eyes and nose in the morning. And then I also I hold a lot of my stress in my jawline and in the top of my head. So I like to massage my face in the morning to relax the muscles in my face so that I'm starting off the day in a little bit more of a physical relaxed state, even if I'm not mentally relaxed. And it's the same thing with these eye patches. They go in the fridge. I leave them in the fridge next to my face roller, and every morning I just pop them on my eyes, and while they're sitting here for 5 minutes, I roll my face. If I don't have the face roller with me, I use frozen spoons. And let me tell you, the looks I've gotten from people when you're staying at someone's house and you forget your face roller and you ask them if you could put some cold spoons on your face. It's interesting. I got that tip from a dermatologist. I found that to be really helpful. So after I do that, the next thing that I do is I put on my sunscreen. Now, you're supposed to put thinnest to thickest products on your face first. So that's why I do my serum first. If you're going to use a moisturizer, then you would use the moisturizer. I don't use face moisturizer. I find that if I use them, I break out. I haven't found a face moisturizer with the exception of one. And I just haven't purchased it in a while. But with the exception of that, every other moisturizer I've ever used, drugstore, $100 level, they make me break out. But after my serum, I use sunscreen. You have to use sunscreen. If you want to have healthy skin that both looks good and is healthy, you need to use sunscreen. And I know for a lot of there is a debate about whether or not sunscreen is healthy or not. I will always be using sunscreen, okay? I use the Neutrogena Helioplex 100 Plus SPF sunscreen that is broad spectrum. So what that means is it's designed to protect against UVA and UVB rays, which is great. Most sunscreen these days will be both UVA and UVB protected. And the reason that's important is because sun will be broken down into two different types of light. There's three different types of light, really. There's UV light, visible light, and infrared. This all comes from the sun. It doesn't matter whether it's smoggy, bright and sunny, it's still coming through, it's still gonna hit your skin, right? UVA and UVB light will penetrate the top two layers of your skin. So it'll go the epidermis, which is this is your epidermis. And then the layer underneath that is your dermis. UVA and UVB will go into the epidermis and into the dermis. Infrared light goes beneath that to the third layer of your skin, which is primarily connective tissue, adipose tissue. It's got obviously vascularization in there. This is where you'll have the beginnings of your hair cells. All of these different things are in that lower layer of your skin, that third layer. And this is where most significant sun damage happens. Now, sunscreen is going to protect from UVA and UVB light, right? So that's going to go down to the second layer of your skin, and that's going to protect you against things like superficial wrinkles, freckling, mole mutation, things along those lines. But deeply, deeply rooted causes of sun damage are not going to be protected against using regular sunscreens. This is where antioxidants come in. You want to put antioxidants on your face and in your face in order to protect against the development of something called reactive oxidative species, both in your body and in your skin. And when I say in your body, I mean in your blood, within your internal organ systems, and within your skin, right? So we have endogenous or internally, naturally produced antioxidant systems. We can also ingest antioxidants in the form of food. So vitamin C, vitamin E, carotenoids, which are vitamin A compounds from plants. So the carotenoids, like beta carotene is a carotenoid that's found in tomatoes, squash, bell peppers, anything that's yellow, orange, red, that's beta carotene. And then you can also ingest them in the form of phytochemicals that are made by plants as a way to protect themselves from sun damage. So these things are going to be like polyphenols, flavonoids, things like blueberries, blackberries, cranberries. Those are proanthocyanidins and anthocyanins and other polyphenol compounds that are protecting the fruit from sun damage. They also protect us from sun damage and antioxidants. So we want to both put antioxidants on our skin and into our, on our face and into our face in order to protect against sun damage that is not being protected against using sunscreen. We also have these naturally occurring systems, like I said, the endogenous antioxidants, but sometimes it's not enough. And sometimes it really isn't. Sometimes the systems become overwhelmed. Sometimes they are suppressed and they don't function as well. So taking in these nutritional antioxidant compounds or or nutritionally derived antioxidant compounds help to prevent the development of free radicals, which can cause damage to a lot of different components of your body, including your skin. Okay? So we want to wear and eat antioxidants, and we want to protect our skin with sunscreen. Okay, so that's why I make those choices I do first thing in the morning, and I do that every day. It doesn't matter if I plan on going outside or not. If I think that my face could be exposed to sun, I will do these things. Okay, and one of the main reasons I do that is because at night I use retinol products. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So this is what I do every morning. Now, every night I come home and I wash my face. I like to wash my face before I exercise as well. Sometimes I don't, but I rarely work up a sweat with makeup on. And that's just because I don't want my pores to be opening and have all this stuff just being dumped into my pores. I usually will do that. If my face has a heavy makeup on, I will use a little bit of olive oil to remove it. I just put like smaller than a nickel sized amount in my hand, warm it up, put it over my face to emulsify the makeup, break everything up, and then I'll just wash it off with my handy dandy Aveeno face wash. I do that every day. Now, my face is clean, that's all done. At nighttime, as I alluded to before, I use retinol products on my skin. The first thing that I will use is this Bay Body Beauty Eye Gel, okay? I found this on Amazon, and the label says morning and night eye gel fights looks of wrinkles, puffiness, and dark circles. It has a peptide complex with gotu kola, matrixyl 3000, jojoba oil, vitamin E, it's an antioxidant, and an amino acid blend. Now, the ingredients list is pretty long, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but a quick look at this indicates that there are a couple of things going on here. We have some topically applied antioxidants. We also have some hyaluronic acid, which is important, and I'll talk about that in a minute as well. And then a bunch of different, they've got like every single, how many amino acids in it? 1, 2, 3. They've got 10 of the 20 naturally occurring, or 10 of the 20 amino acids that you need, or 10 of the 20 amino acids. Not all of them are essential. So I take a pump of this and I apply it very easily underneath my eye every night before I go to bed. And if I have any leftover on my fingers, I'll put it on my smile line. And I sometimes put it on my eyebrows. And really, I find this to be very effective. I really have found this to be very, very effective. I don't know if I've got, you gotta go look at it. I found this on Amazon. I purchased this myself. I don't know if I said that or not. But I did purchase it myself. Everything here I have purchased myself. This is not a sponsored video. These are my opinions. These are the choices that I make for my skin, and with the exception of the Phyto C serum gel, I've purchased everything myself, and the Phyto C product was given to me as a gift. So that's that. So I put the eye gel under my eyes every night, and that's just to really help lift the bags. This is mostly done out of vanity, and it also has hyaluronic acid in it, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then after I do that, I use this Rock Deep Correction Retinol Wrinkle Cream. Okay. Now, this is one of the reasons why I am so adamant about using sunscreen every day. Retinol is a vitamin A derivative. And vitamin A in high concentrations, retinol in high concentrations, is a compound that has something called tetragenic, which means it causes changes in cellular genetics. So one of the reasons why women who are pregnant or think might become pregnant or trying to get pregnant shouldn't use retinol products is because this high concentration of vitamin A can cause mutations in fetal development, and some of those mutations can be incredibly severe. So the reason that retinol works to remove wrinkles, to remove fine lines, to help lift is because it's causing changes in the superficial layers of your skin that change cellular structure. So it's essentially causing your skin to change from a genetic level. Now, because of that those cells are now exceptionally vulnerable to environmental stressors, especially sunlight, especially UV light. So what you want to do is you want to protect retinol treated skin from the sun. And that's where sunscreen and antioxidants come in. It's really, really important. You want to protect your skin from the development of these ROS species so you don't cause systemic, uncontrolled cellular mutation, right? Okay. These two things function for repair. Repair and rejuvenation of the skin. These things are protectants, okay? Now, why is hyaluronic acid so important? Hyaluronic acid is important in a simplified way because it's a building block to help skin produce collagen and stay young and youthful. Collagen without hyaluronic acid is not going to be as effective. You also, even though I don't think this has collagen in it because I wouldn't buy a product with topically applied collagen. And that's because collagen is too big to be absorbed by your skin. It's an enormous protein, and it's not going to go through the cells on your skin. It's not. So in order for collagen to be effective, you need to ingest it, and it will, if it needs to be used other places, it will be used there first. If not, it will be used in and onto your skin, in your hair, those kinds of places. But putting collagen on your face is a waste. You either inject it into your face or you eat it. That's the only way it's going to be effective. Okay, so these are the things that I do every day, and I will sometimes alternate days that I use the retinol product simply because it can be a little bit rough on my skin. It has a tendency to dry my skin out around my eyes if I use it every day. Now, the difference between commercially available or like just off the shelf available retinol products and retinol products you get prescribed from the dermatologist is that the retinol from the dermatologist is usually of a higher concentration. And that's really it. It's not going to be anything else. It's most likely going to be the same compounds. It might even be the same product, just with a higher level of retinol in it. This is what I do every day. This is my daily routine. Wash my face, antioxidant serum, depuff, sunscreen, makeup. Remove makeup, do the eye gel, do the retinol cream. That's what I do every day. Now, this is coming down now to once a week. I do a combination of different things. The first thing that I will do in the morning once a week is I will use a coffee scrub that I make at home. What is this splash of dirt you're showing? It is my coffee scrub. And what it is coffee grounds, used coffee grounds. You can see it's still extracting. It's still extracting, making some coffee because this is fresh. I just made this yesterday. It's brand new, and I actually used it this morning. It's coffee grounds, honey, raw honey if I can get it, cinnamon. I prefer Ceylon cinnamon for the concentration of cinnamic acid, as well as the lower levels of coumarin, which is, we're not going to talk about that science, but I prefer Ceylon cinnamon for those reasons, and just water. So it's those 3 ingredients: coffee grounds, water, honey, cinnamon. You mix it up, you leave it in the fridge, and once a week I will exfoliate my entire body with it. Scrub it, scrub, leave it on my skin, because caffeinic acid will go into your skin. Okay, honey acts as a natural antimicrobial and a skin softener, and cinnamon is also a potent exfoliant, and cinnamic acid will also penetrate your skin and act as an antioxidant. So I use that once a week. It brightens everything really well. Caffeine on your skin causes it to brighten really well. So if you want a quick fix, you have an event, your face looks dull, or you're tired, or you have dark circles under your eyes, get some tea bags, get some coffee, extract them, put them under your eyes, and just sit. And it will brighten up your skin really nicely. So I do that once a week. I also, in the morning, usually about once a week, sometimes it's once every 2 weeks, I shave my face. I know people are going to come at me and be like, girl, don't shave your face. I know so many women who shave their face, and it's really just an exfoliating process. It does remove some hair as well, depending upon what kind of razor you use. You will be removing hair, you will be removing dead skin, and it keeps your skin really bright and really nice. So I get these little Schick touch-up razors. They're like $4 from Harman, or even Amazon sells them, and you just, it's nice, right? It's an exfoliating process, and then it's all over. That's in the morning. Then at night, I alternate between these 3 products. So once a week, I will do this Andalou Pumpkin Honey Glycolic Brightening Mask. Now, if you are on YouTube at all and you pay attention to products that people use, this is a very popular YouTube product. I got it from Ulta during one of their like 30 days of beauty sale, and this thing was like 70% off. I actually really like it. I know it's a polarizing product. Some people either really love it or they really hate it. I really like it. It does brighten up my skin quite a bit. It makes it feel really refreshed and new. And so I will use this as well. It takes off the top of your skin and it feels really nice. I can do that once a week, or like once every 10 days, depending upon how my skin feels. Something else that I will do once a week is this Rice Soft Scrub Skin Food Scrub Wash Cleanse type of thing. This is something I found on Amazon. It is a Korean brand. I'm trying to find the name of the company. I think the company's name is Skin Food, actually, which makes sense. It's made in Korea. They tell you to, after cleansing your skin, gently massage with an ample amount over your dry face and concentrating around the nose area, repeat it using the grains. So in this, I'm going to open it, show you. It's granular. I don't think you're going to be able to see the grains in here. But caught it. It is granular, and it does give a very soft, very clean look to your skin. I really like it. I do not massage it into my face for 15 minutes. I probably only massage it for about 5. It also smells really nice. So I really like that. And then once a week, sometimes twice a week, I use a skincare mask. So I will use a skincare mask, and it'll be, I use a skincare, like a face mask, and that's really just to help kind of infuse my skin with some extra water. These face masks are predominantly water, so if for whatever reason you don't have access to them, you run out, but you have tissue paper, you can make a face mask really easily. So that's it. That is my skincare routine. I know I kind of flew through this a little bit, and some of the science I talked about may be a little bit confusing. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below. And if you don't, I am really, really excited to continue making content for you. So if you have any suggestions about what you'd like to see, also post that below. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in another video. Okay.